Welcome to Orhei, Moldova. We are going to be walking behind the Stark Hotel at a small housing project. The Stark Hotel is a newer hotel in Orhei. Very modern. Behind the hotel is a new road named after a Romanian poet, and all these houses along this road are brand new, some still under construction. Here's a good example of one of them. All these houses have very small lots, and they're all walled in, and they have new plantings and nice ornamental brickwork and nice paved driveways and stuff like that. The road is not very busy. It's just a little offshoot of the main road. There are a few large trees in the area. The rest are just brand new plantings. There are some construction workers. Now we are directly behind the Stark Hotel here. You can see the local children have been writing on the wall there. Maybe the hotel needs a wall around it like the houses have. There's looking back. I'm going to go up this little cow path here. There's another main hotel in the city. Once had a restaurant, now it has a grocery store attached to it. Some older pictures. So I'm going to walk up to the main road. There's an old communist block apartment building. And between this main road and that housing project is a little green space here. By design or by accident, I don't know. And this is another apartment building up on top of the hill up there. You can see it clearly there. Some more apartment buildings. Use of a tractor tire there to do some planting. So the new construction goes quite a ways. These here are new houses too, I believe. And here's a religious memorial that I had in a previous video. Here's a typical crosswalk in Orhei. This is Orhei land, or a sign to it, and this is looking down to Orhei land. It's near it goes right next to the river there. Quite a popular spot in the summer. This is a good view of the other side of Orhei. It's all houses. I'm going to be walking up toward a hiking trail. Now on my right is old communist block apartments, and on my left is kind of more modern construction. They're doing some road work up here, so they're going to be extending this, or at least improving it. You can see the gas pipeline there. I would say in the village, most people heat their homes with gas. This is downtown in the center. This is a restaurant, multi-level. I'm up on the top floor there. And I've ordered a soup and salad with a Coca-Cola and some bread. And here is a pizza restaurant, again, up on the second floor. The lower part serves as a bus stop. This is up on the second floor. There's a pizza and a Sprite. This is another restaurant in the center. Borscht, bread, and salad and juice. And this is a Greek restaurant. Second level, there's my Americano. And borscht and some side items. There's the inside. I went to many restaurants, and here's some typical Romanian food. Okay, continuing with my walk here near the construction, they're probably just improving this road here and extending it a little ways. Like I say, on the right-hand side is a much older area, you know, communist blocks, probably built in the 70s or 80s. And you can see the smokestack of an old factory, which we're going to be walking right by. This old factory was built in the Soviet times in the 1980s, where profits weren't an issue. These factories were built to make products and to employ people in the city. I don't know what this factory was supposed to make. It never did start working. The country of Moldova went independent before its construction was complete, and the Moldovan government had to abandon it because in a capitalistic society, the factory was unable to make a profit. And we'll see a little closer up here, but this is a hiking trail now, and the road is going to be extended a little ways. Off to the left is the main hospital of Orhei. And here you are able to see that we're on top of a hill looking down toward the valley, which we'll be walking pretty much to the valley in this video and to the main road. Power poles are usually made of concrete or steel now, but they used to be made out of concrete because wood was too precious to be made into telephone poles. But the modern way of building would be a metal pole now, but concrete was used quite a bit during the Soviet times. There's a little cow path near the factory. This factory near the smokestack is still being operated for some industrial purpose. I'm not sure what. But in front of me, you can see the large building there. That was offices, or would have been offices, but it was ransacked right after independence, and that building is just a concrete husk. So it's quite overgrown here, as you can see. That's the office building. Now I'm going to take a few trails and meander my way through here. I'll get somewhat close to that office building. Roads and trails crisscross the area. There is a little bit of dumping here, but not too much. This is a view from the bottom area, looking up. So this is perched on quite a high hill. Hikers from the area will walk up the hill, down the hill, and across. There is a lot of new housing in the area, so their walking patterns are different than they used to be. It used to be just kind of from the valley to the top of the hill and back down. Now there's little roadways and many more trails. I saw a trail going down, so I think I better take it. Not sure which one's the best one, but this one will do. Not being a local, I don't know exactly which trail is the best to take. That's a good shot of the office building. So I think I'm going to go a little bit further down to try to cut across. It's a cool evening and the sun is about to go down. So it's no problem walking. I'm getting pretty close to another building project area. There's homes and private residences coming up here, so I think I better start walking into the woods pretty soon before I get to the main road. This is really not the trail I want to take, but it's really my only option at this point. I wanted something that goes down, but this one seems to run parallel to where I was walking. But here you can see a large tree there and some other old growth trees. So this has been pretty much untouched for many, many years. Okay, here's a trail that I'd like to take. And again, it's crisscrossed with many other trails. Alright, this one's going down. I want to go down the hill as fast as I can. I did encounter only one person on this walk, so it's to me it's strange to see anybody out here, so I just stayed alone the best I could. But it's becoming more popular, so there will be more and more people, so don't be surprised if you see someone. I discovered this religious memorial here. I usually walk this much more toward the right area, so I didn't see this before until today. Get a closer look anyway. Alright, so I still want to go down and more toward the left, so I'm going to try to cut straight through here. There's so many trails, but they're not really going in the exact direction I want to go. This one goes too far to the left, but I'll take it for now. At the bottom of this valley is the main road. The main road that's used to travel from Orhei to Chișinău and beyond. And there are some old apartment complexes down there. And those people that live there either can walk the main road and then up into the center of the city, or they can walk up the hill by this old factory and then to the center of the city that way. But I don't think people are using this as a way to get to the center as much anymore, because there's the Orhei transit system, which operates all day long into the night, and it just makes a big loop around the entire city, and it's very convenient and very low cost for the locals to ride it. So there's not really the need to cut across this nature preserve here just to get to the center. But I do like the hike. Okay, now I'm getting toward the upper part of these apartment buildings. Behind the apartment buildings, up the hill, are their garages, and that'll be coming up next. So I still got to get through all this stuff. And of course there's some dumping and debris there, but alright, here's the first garage. Well, there should be a trail that just goes right behind all these garages down to the main area. And the garages are getting fancy now. They all got electricity and might even have a little mother-in-law apartment attached to them nowadays. Pretty brand new construction there. But this is where the neighborhood parks their vehicles. There's the first apartment building I can see. So these are quite old buildings. About 5 stories high, each of them. And there's other buildings too. It's a nice little neighborhood. There's your gas pipeline in the yellow there. Some other building. Not too much parking down here, but people do park. And there's community clotheslines, there's playgrounds, there's some mom and pop businesses. Little local grocery store. But quite a busy little neighborhood. But again, this is quite a ways from the actual center, so they have to, go quite a long way to get to the center from here, whether it be by car or by bus or by walking up that hill. Even a church. Okay, now we can see the traffic from the main road. So the main road is right down here. Now we're pretty much off the hill now. We're in the valley, so it's pretty flat here. So there's the main road, and there's just a lot of old communist block apartment buildings here. Little shops have popped up. Here's a nice picture of one block. Businesses all on the bottom, and a little business popped up There's the bus stop. That's the Orhei Transit. And there's in front of one of the buildings, a little garden. Still a lot of green space. Some businesses on the lower level. This is the center of Orhei, an old building. This is a little studio. There I am, posing at the main park. There's a pharmacy in the center. This is a little view in the apartment area. These are old communist blocks in the actual city itself. This is more downtown. This is the local soccer stadium, or football pitch, if you will. This is a night game. Now, I don't know if you can see it from this view. I suppose you can. There's blue, yellow, and red seating. That's the Romanian Moldovan flag. That's the colors of the flag. Moldova has a crest in their flag and Romania doesn't. But those are the colors, blue, yellow, and red. And you can see the old communist block apartment buildings behind the soccer pitch. And this is it's quite a big stadium for the small city of Orhei, so it's really good that they kept this up. This was built in Soviet times and they've kept it, and that's really good for the community. This is downtown at the main hotel. I'm walking next to the main street. The main hotel here has a grocery store attached to it. The restaurant that used to be there just didn't make it. It wasn't profitable. But I stayed at this hotel and then I shopped at this little supermarket. It was quite convenient. There's a big Mercedes. Limited parking at this grocery store. Alright, I'll just continue my walk through the center here. You can have a look what the center looks like. There's that pizza restaurant way down there. I have to adjust my bag here. Alright, let's continue down the center. Plenty of banks in Orhei. Lots of banks.